Hello and welcome back to Fan Geektastic. Now, if you remember back whenever I first started this channel, I did a video on how to determine if a pack of cards has been tampered with. And in there I showed off this box that had been soaked and crushed. And it was in a case. And I found some more packs from another box that was from that same case. And as you can see, let me grab one that's not damaged, and let's compare them. And you can see this one here, and I put the undamaged one next to it, and you can see it doesn't reflect quite the same way. It's got very compressed wrinkles. The biggest difference you can tell is this one's very gritty. I can move my hand across, it feels just like wax paper is supposed to, but this one, it feels like at least part of the wax is gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a couple of these packs and show you what happens to these cards whenever they get wet. And you can see that right there is most likely from the gum. Got a white piece of gum that used to be pink, and there is the gum card, completely destroyed. And now if you look at this card that was under the gum card, you can see how bad that is distorted. And there's stuff stuck to it here. Looks like part of the gum had gotten in between. And this one doesn't feel like it has anything. Well, a little bit over here. Barely. These don't feel like they have anything on that corner. But as you can see, all the way down to the bottom of the pack, they're still warped because of being compressed around that piece of gum. Alright, I am going to go ahead and put these cards on the press, and as you can see, they are not perfectly straight. These are the ones that came out of that pack of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that were compressed by the that one's actually not too bad. You can see that it's not perfectly straight, so it'll go in there, but these bottom couple don't really have a real deep impression like the top few did. So we'll go ahead and get these pressed and see how they turn out. And I'll see you whenever I get finished with it. Alright, let's take a look at what we got. So here's what we started off with. And let's see how they turned out. And this is our the card that had the gum on the back, and you can still see the line where the gum was right here, but it is pretty flat. So that flattened out pretty well. Let's see how cards turned out. That's pretty good. Now, some of these cards really didn't have a whole lot of bend to them, and I don't remember off the top of my head. I think this one had a pretty good bend to it, but I am not seeing anything bend related on this one. That one looks pretty flat too. And the last one. And looking at it with my own eyes, I don't really see any impression from where the gum used to be, so these actually flattened out pretty well. Yeah, they look good. So apparently you can save some of the cards. Alright, I think I found some cards that I want to put on the press. And as you can see from the reflection, these are pretty well warped. So it's going to be this group of cards. And we're going to see how much of this we can take out. Now these cards have more of a warp in them than the previous group that I showed you. I went through a lot more packs to pull out these, and I think we'll just go with another card that may not be quite as warped, but is still warped. So, all right. So we're going to go with these 6 cards and see how much of a warp we can remove. All right, we are done with the pressing, and we got stuck. So let's see what we got. Let's start off with the one that wanted to be picked up first. And it looks like that one flattened out pretty well. That was one of the already flattened, or mostly flattened ones. This one was one of the worst of the cards. So that one actually turned out pretty good. Let's see. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything on that one. Let's see about this one. I see a little bit of a ding over here. See if there. Let's see how it distorts the light reflection. That's a little bit of a ding left on that one. And this one looks pretty good. There might be a little something here from the reflection. Looks like it kind of wraps around something. The thing is looking at it in hand, I don't see any issues. And this is another one that was mostly, or it was flatter than the ones on this side. So let's see. It looks pretty good to the eye. So, as bad as those looked before, whenever I put them on here, they actually look fairly good now. So this was the only one that that I could actually see by my eye that there was an issue. The rest of them actually turned out pretty well. Okay, so today I did learn that I can press the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Series 2 cards to get them back to a collectible condition. Alright, and in my way of thinking of let's see if it can be done, I got a stack here of about 20 cards, and I'm going to see if I can press them all at the same time. So let's see what they look like after I'm done. Alright, I am done pressing the approximately 20 cards. So some of them are sticking to the backing board. And 20 might have been too many to do at one point in time, because looking at them from the side, you can see there's a couple of them here that aren't sitting flush. Same thing on this side. I don't think the heat went all the way through. So we're probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 per stack is probably going to be too much. Probably better off if I limit it down to about 5 per stack and just did a couple of stacks across. But this one doesn't look too bad. I can still see some on that one. So I think if I did these in smaller groups, laid out across kind of how I did these, as but instead of one at a time, as a stack of about 4, maybe 5, and you can see there's still a little bit of warp left in these. They're definitely not perfect, but they're definitely a lot better than they used to be. So thank you for joining me today as I press these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards back into something that is collectible. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. For everything you're a fan of, everything you geek out about, this is Fan Geektastic, and we're here for you.